We have Costco up today to bat for a stock review. So this one's fun. This is great stock. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll just tell you right off the bat. This stock is it's pretty stellar. And I'll tell you how I've made that decision. I definitely invest in Costco, and I also options trade Costco. And both of those have been very profitable for me, and I'm a happy camper. I mean, you have to decide if that's right for you, but this is how I pick stocks. This is the system through which I do it. I'm going to run you through real quick this PDF that I often reference to give you guys like an overview of what I'm thinking. So sort of like, do I understand the company as in a monopoly, industry dominator, and or on trend? So Costco is obviously your local mega store where you can get things in bulk. They also have a lot of services that they do. So they'll change your tires. They can install solar on your home. I think they can sell you a casket, which is pretty morbid, but hey, there's a need for that. Like, is it a monopoly? It's not really a monopoly, but it isn't an industry dominator. Yes, in bulk goods and families, families kind of make a weekend out of going to their Costco trip. If I ever go there on a Saturday, I want to turn right around and run out of the store because it's so busy. So I try to go like on weekdays in the middle of the day because it's just a zoo in there. And I'm sure you've experienced the same thing. They also people love their products. It's really hard to hear somebody complaining about Costco. The quality of what they do is very good. Like they kind of will choose like the best butter to sell in their store. And then they might have like their generic version as well. So people are very much feeling like Costco is on trend and it is an industry dominator. So that is telling us what Costco does. They also sort of always find these other ways to grow, like they have their own credit card, and have even linked their credit card to their store, so you get more benefits from using their credit card in their store. So they're a little bit in the credit card game, and that like 3% bonus that they get too when you spend in there. So I mean, they got their hands in a lot of interesting places. They also have like a really good relationship with their employees, which keeps them profitable in other ways. Like they don't have a high employee turnover. It's just a really well-run company. Okay, so that's what Costco is. It's hard to find articles to the contrary. It's hard to find many things that are negative about it. Everybody loves the rotisserie chickens for $6 and their $1.50 hot dogs as well. That is not my favorite thing about Costco, but a lot of people talk about that all the time. All right, so we are over talking about our love affair for Costco. Now let's look at the charts, the 5-year, 1-year, and 3-month charts. Let's dance over here. 5-year, 200%. That is spectacular. I feel like this is one of the best stocks charts on the market on a 5-year. There are semiconductors that blow this out of the water, but they're semiconductors and they're super volatile. Costco isn't really that volatile. I mean, it does have these moments where it just launches off as a stock and goes up like $60 in a week because it's expensive, right? It's $8.49 right now a share. But yeah, so it can kind of hang out in a range and then pull back and then shoom, goes right back up a lot. And everyone's always just like, can it go higher? Of course it can. Of course it can, and it will. 1 year, up 50%. Thrilling. I mean, I'm thrilled with that as one of the shareholders. And then 3 month, okay, 11%. Also, we have had this pullback in the last 2 weeks. And what you can see here is that Costco bounced back from that pullback so extremely fast. This is like a high before the pullback. This was like their all-time high. And it was actually based more on sort of like an earnings thing, that price there. But there are stocks that are really having a harder time coming back from this drop-off that we experienced in this August, late last week of July, first week of August pullback on SPY, like a lot of stocks. And it was bounced back. That's what it does. Why? Because the institutions love this stock. They love it. It's an institutional dream to trade this stock. That's what they want to trade. It's expensive. The options pay a lot of premium. It's fairly stable. And it has our bonus dividend. And the dividend is nice on this. And Costco often pays a special dividend, which when you get one of those, you feel like you won the lottery. And it happens kind of frequently. I mean, not every year, but last year there was a $10 a share special dividend. A couple of years before that, there was another $10 special dividend per share. Like if you owned 120 Costco shares, you got $1,200. Like boom. I mean, amazing. It's just a great, I just love the stock. So that's kind of, I jumped ahead there to our other metrics, but like, do the institutions love this stock? Yes. How do you know? Because they bounced the stock off the bottom that we recently experienced really fast, faster than any of the stocks. Again, retail traders cannot bounce a stock like that, especially that's $800 a share. They can bounce GameStop like that, but they can't bounce Costco like that. That is institutions doing that and showing their preference of that stock over other ones. Just be really clear on that is what that is, okay? It does pay a dividend. That's a bonus. And that's another reason institutions love it, is their dividend is quite nice and institutions love to collect dividends. Okay, so we're going to go through one other metric, and that is our revenue and gross profit on the financial statements up year over year. So here we go. We got to find our Chrome again, guys. Sorry. Here we go. All right, so we're going to go to the financials. This is all free on Yahoo Finance, free information, public information. So total revenue, 166, 195, 226, 224. Boy, so consistent. And exactly what we're looking for here. 21, 25, 27, 29, 31. So consistent. Institutions love consistency. And when an institution chooses a stock to trade, they look at something like that and go like, music to my ears. So it's music to my ears too. All right. So that is Costco in a nutshell. It is definitely a buy for me.